Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to be sharing like my top 5 recommendation and tips on how you can make your braids, whatever style it is. What are the things you can do to make it last longer and look fresh for a longer period of time. So if you want to see my top recommendation, make sure you stay tuned to this video. Just keep on watching and I'm going to dive right into these tips. So I've had these goddess locks in for about 4 weeks now and I'm trying to last another week or two. So I'm trying to practice these same tips, and these are the things that I've been doing for the last 4 weeks, and I'm just hoping that I can make it another 2 weeks, and so far it's been looking good. So I want to make sure that I get my money's worth out of these braids because they cost $130. So I want to make sure that I get the most out of it, but also not keep it in too long. So I think anywhere from a month and a half to 2 months is perfect for how long you should keep your braids in, if you practice and take care of it the way you're supposed to. So tip number 1 I would suggest is washing less. You don't want to wash it too often, especially with these type of braids or locks. They're very delicate, and that's what I noticed within the first 2 weeks. After my first wash, I told myself I was not going to keep on washing it too often. So I've been pushing it like a week and a half just to make sure that, you know, I'm not over washing it. So what I did for the last 2 weeks is I use a dry shampoo. I'm not sure if this is a good one, but you can use any dry shampoo. I actually had this one because I use it to clean the hair for the crochet and stuff like that. So I found this under my sink. I'm like, okay, I'll just use that. But you can use any dry shampoo, or you can use a spray bottle to clean your scalp. If you have not seen my other video where I talked about a full wash day and cleansing my scalp with apple cider vinegar, make sure you watch that video. I'm going to link it down below, and I'm also going to put it like right here so you guys can just click on it and watch it. But in that video, I go more in depth with cleaning my scalp and the importance of your scalp care. And it's quick and easy. You just literally spray it, massage it into your scalp, and go about your day. So that's what I like about the dry shampoo, but I did not want to buy new ones, so I just used that one. Like, I've been working out, so I've been sweating a lot, so I've been using the dry shampoo. Also, you don't want to get all of it wet because it can get more frizzy. It can weigh it down. It can just be a headache, so you don't want to get this wet. Your main goal is to just clean your scalp, keep your hair moisturized as well. And again, I mentioned all those steps that I'm taking in that video of how I'm moisturizing my hair as well, so make sure you watch that video. So for tip number 2, I recommend you wear a satin or silk scarf at all time, or bonnet, whichever one you have. And this is not just to go to bed. If you're just at home lounging around, you're laying on the couch, your hair is rubbing against the couch, it causes friction, which causes frizz, which makes your hair look older faster. So you want to make sure you protect it as much as you can. So if you're just home hanging out, go ahead and keep on your bonnet if you can. And if you have to go out and you don't really want to style, or you don't have to wear it out as well, you can use those scarves as well and style your hair that way, just to protect it and keep it fresher as well. I'll link the one that I use a lot. I love it because it's big, so all my braids can fit under it, and as well, and it's really tight around the perimeter of my hair, so that keeps it from coming off at all. It does not budge. They're a little bit on the pricier side, but I absolutely love that bonnet, and I'm gonna get other colors if I can as well. But yeah, just get you one. You can go to Amazon, see if you can find one. Just make sure it's satin or silk. It doesn't have to be a specific brand, but yeah, make sure. I've been keeping it on as much as I can, and that makes my hair look fresher for longer, and that's the goal, major key. So for tip number 3, I recommend whenever you get ready to style your hair, make sure you put a little bit of oil on your fingers. That just kind of, again, you're trying to reduce frizz as much as you can. So just oiling your hand, it doesn't matter, just a little bit, something light, and you just want to use a little bit, a drop or two, just to coat your fingers before you go into style. So if you wanted to put your hair in a bun or something, this just kind of help you, and just take your time as well. You don't want to rush, you don't want to pull on it too hard. You just want to make sure that you're being gentle, because the more gentle you are, the less frizz you will have, and the fresher your hair will look for a longer period of time. So that is tip number 3 for me. Or whenever you're gonna manipulate your hair, you want to have just a little bit of oil just to make it easier and reduce frizz. So okay, for tip number 4, I recommend you wearing low manipulation hairstyles. I know that is probably you're thinking, but yeah, you just did a video on all the different styles you can wear. Yes, I love styling my braids, but at the same time, I don't want to always be styling every day. So for me, I'll put it into a messy bun or something like that and leave it like that for 3, 4, 5 days. It just stops you from having to style it every day and keep messing with it, because remember, this is a protective style, so your goal is to try to avoid having to style your hair a lot, because that way you leave it so it can grow on its own and not having to be too tight or hanging down. So I like to do like a updo bun, and that is our this is probably my first time taking it down all week, just to give it a breather. But yes, try to wear styles that are not too tight, not too stressful for your natural hair underneath, because you don't want to cause more problems, more damage when you go ahead and take your hair down and it's breaking or something. So try to avoid manipulating your hair too much. So that is tip number 4. So we are already at tip number 5. That was actually really quick going through all the tips. Okay, so tip number 5, I recommend redoing just the perimeter of your hair if that's a way for you to keep it fresh. I don't know if you guys can see right now. If you look at my fronts, you can see that I've kind of tightened it just a little bit, and I'm going to go into that little video just to show you how I did that. If you're close to your stylist, maybe you can check like if they do, you know, you can try to revisit your stylist to see if they'll do it for you and just kind of charge you maybe 20, 30, 40. I don't know how much they charge you to freshen up just the perimeter and like the back row. And that will make it seem like you got your hair redone when you didn't. But you can do this yourself, and I'm going to show you how I did it this week. You need your edge control, and I'm using this very same one that she used to install my hair because I had leftovers. And all I'm doing is putting a little bit and just kind of tightening that just a little bit, and that will make such a big difference. It will make it seem like you just got your hair redone when you did. So that is tip number 5 that I would recommend for you to try to do to make your hair last long. And I think with me doing this, I can definitely go 2 more weeks. I definitely can. I'm gonna go ahead and show you now that little clip of me using the dry shampoo real quick and then redoing and refreshing just that front layer to make it look fresh again. So I'm gonna insert that video right now, and then we'll be back to wrap things up.
Que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Recuperé la fe cuando yo a ti te vi, mami. Bailabas como un ángel, me acuerdo de ese party. No lo hacías despacito, no eras como Daddy, eras como Bad Bunny, tu flow bastante cari, alright. Hermoso y con timidez me gusta, y con esa sencillez que asusta. Sabes bien cómo es que es combi completa de cabeza a los pies. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, te subo el pitch y te derrito el cono. En mis historias siempre te menciono, pa' esa reina necesito un tono. Sin effects, mami, yo te entono, con ese beso chica me emociono. Con tu cuerpo y tu nivel, quieres otra vez. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres que brinda la vida y que nos hace tan feliz. Sé que tú quieres conmigo, amor, de todos esos placeres, como acariciarte y conocerte de raíz. Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven. Sin estrés, muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres. ¿Quieres conmigo?
Alright guys, so those are my top 5 tips that I would recommend on how you can make your hair last longer when in protective style. If you keep following these recommendations every week, every other week, then I think that your hair can definitely last 2 months. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 2 months, but I will definitely keep it in for another 2 weeks. So I hope you guys enjoy these tips, and I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did learn something from these recommendations, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. Is there any other tips that you guys like to follow or do all the time just to make your hair last longer? Go ahead and share them in the comments down below. Maybe I can learn something from you guys. If you have your own tips and some recommendations that you like to follow, make sure you share them so I can learn as well. Make sure you stay tuned to my channel because I will be sharing the take down of this hair when I get ready to take it down, and also going into from the protective style back to my natural hair and how I'll be detangling and styling and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell because then you'll be notified on when I post a new video. So until next time, bye guys.